On the following morning, the wax should be cooled off and solid. As you can see here, the pillar candle wax I am using is soy based. The soy wax is not as transparent as other candle mediums. For that reason, the small shells are not visible, only the ones which are right at the edge of the candle. We will see what we can do about it in a little bit, but let's take the candle out of the mold first. Remove the wick stabilizer and then flip the mold and try to gently tap at the mold. As we can see, the final effect is not quite what we were hoping for. The seashells are barely visible and are not giving us that rough texture I was hoping to get. There is one way we can make our pillar candle look better, and that is by trying to add more seashells from the outside, where they can be clearly visible. We were adding only one type of seashells into the mold, and it had a reason. We were leaving the best looking ones for now, when we can place them on the outside of the candle. Because wax crafting is very forgiving, you can always go back and melt the wax as many times as you need if you make a mistake. Let's take advantage of this property. We will try to use a heat gun to warm up a shell. Be careful because the shell needs to be really hot in order to be able to melt the wax once you place it on a surface. Once the shell melts a bit into the pillar candle, let's wait a moment for the wax to cool off and act as glue for the shell. You can add as many shells as you want. Let's see how it's done. As you could see earlier, I have burned myself at least 2 times by not using proper tools during this crafting. The shell needs to get really hot in order to be able to melt the wax on the pillar candle surface. Using pliers makes the whole process so much easier. Please don't make the same mistake as I did. Before you heat up the shell, decide where you want to place it on the surface. Once you heat up the shell cools off very quickly and you won't have too much time for thinking. It is better to make a decision before heating it up. Once you made the decision, blow hot air using a heat gun on a seashell. It will not need more than approximately 10 to 15 seconds to get really hot. Again, during this process, you need to be very careful. The hot shell can drop from your pliers at any moment during this crafting, and for that reason, you need to make sure you are using a proper surface when working with the heat gun. You definitely don't want to have any paper tissues around your working space or using paper as your surface protection. A wooden surface or a hard plastic would be much safer choice. Once you place the hot shell on the candle surface, assuming the shell is hot enough, it will melt a bit of wax below it. At this moment, hold the shell still in its place until the wax cools off. It takes a few seconds for the shell to become attached to the surface, but a bit longer for the wax to completely become solid. For that reason, I recommend you to take your time and don't be in a hurry. You don't want your shells to fall off, leaving a hole on your smooth candle surface. Make sure you choose a different variety of shells if you have them available. Spread them out throughout the whole surface evenly or as you please. Repeat the same process until you are happy with the look of the candle and the number of shells you put there. This is just the way I did it today. By no means this is the only way how to do it or the best one. If you have experience with something similar and would like to share it with us, please leave a comment below. I am looking forward to seeing new tips and recommendations I may try next time. And this is how the final pillar candle with small seashells looks like. I am very pleased with the final outcome. This handmade candle can be used as a decoration of a bedroom or living room, or would be ideal as a gift for anyone for any occasion. Have you ever tried to make a pillar candle with seashells before? Leave us a comment and share with us your experience or your suggestions. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video and found it useful. If you would like us to create more content like this one, it would help us greatly if you click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.